Wheels are spinning. It's not going live yet.
It says live for me.
Does it?
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Yeah, you're right. 10 seconds. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Corey here. I am here with my coaching client, Natalie, and we basically wanted to jump on here and share her experience since she signed up for coaching with me approximately 8 weeks ago. So, Natalie's been a pleasure to work with, and that's one of the reasons that I wanted to bring her on here. And I'm going to turn it on over to you, Natalie. If you just sort of want to introduce yourself and tell everybody just a little bit about yourself.
Sure, yeah. I live in upstate New York area, and I have a son and a husband, and my son is 2.5 now. He's growing fast. And I live, or I'm sorry, I already told you that. I work for the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. I've been doing that now for like 11 years. Yeah, so I don't need to get into the details of that, but
Cool.
yeah.
So you signed up with coaching with me about 8 weeks ago. So prior to signing up for coaching, can you sort of share what things were like, the struggles that you were going through, the type of things that you had been trying?
Mhm. Um, I don't know how far back to. I mean, I've always kind of been like up and down with my weight. And right before I was pregnant with my son, I was down to like a weight that I was getting very happy with. And then I got pregnant, and uh, when I was nursing and everything, I started to gain the weight back, and I just for the last 2 years or so, I just haven't been back. I haven't been able to get back to that weight. I work out constantly. I think I realized that my eating habits were getting the best of me, and that's kind of why I came here. But I just want to kind of back up to when I lost the weight initially. I actually joined you had like a 21 day for $21 program that I joined into at your gym. And that I saw success with that, and I continued with that, and that's when I really lost the weight. And so I'm comfortable with you when I saw you on, and because I knew you, I had experience with you already. So, um, and again, I'm getting results. So, yeah.
Cool. So what was the tipping point for you? We had some, you went to the gym in the past, and then I think you joined the free group that I have, and then we started like chatting a little bit, and we started talking about things. But what was like the tipping point where you're like, okay, I think I'll finally get on a call with this guy and talk about things?
I think for me personally, I was just getting fed up with exercising and not seeing any results. And just, I don't know, just some of the messages you were posting in your videos really spoke to me. And um, I think I was ready for the change, ready for the change and the challenge. And you also offered like a guarantee. So obviously that's helpful.
Good
um,
to guarantee.
yeah.
So since joining, I mean, you're only, you joined up for a 12-week program and you're about 8 weeks in. So you got a little bit over a month left. What type of results have you experienced so far?
Well, I'm down. I've lost 13 pounds already, which is awesome. Even like the first 5 pounds was exciting just because it was so long before I started seeing the scale to move. Other I'm my husband's the cook, and I never really cooked much before. And since starting this program, I've cooked every weekend, and I really enjoyed the guides. The cooking guides have been awesome to go through and find the recipes, and are easy to follow. And everybody's enjoying the meals. And yeah, what else? I think those are like probably two. Those are big things, like the weight loss and the cooking and the nutrition, which I was looking for. So
Good.
yeah.
So a lot of times when people when they think about like losing weight, one of the things that comes to mind is I've got to do something crazy. I've got to do keto. I got to do intermittent fasting. I've got to completely restrict my calories, do a detox or a cleanse. or I just have to do a ridiculous amount of exercise and cardio. So since you've joined, is that stuff that we've been doing, or has our approach been a little bit different?
Oh yeah, it's been much different. It's I guess I didn't touch on that either. Just it slowly kind of gets you adjusted. Like new habits is another one. Like just really focusing on your day-to-day habits and what's kind of getting in your way of losing that weight and sustaining that weight. Like after this program, I think I'm getting the tools to really um, continue this in the future and hopefully not bounce up and down again. Um, so it was like a slow progression of learning these tools too, which was helpful and not just jumping right in. Um, like even with the what's it, the Fitness Pal app and everything, and learning how to use those tools through this program has been good. So,
Cool.
mhm.
So, as a mother, and for any mothers that watch this video, like making changes can be like a really big challenge and it can seem very, very overwhelming. And one of the thoughts that comes to mind for people is that whatever it is that I do is just not going to be sustainable. So, in your opinion, do you feel like this is something that, yeah, I can easily do this going forward? It's going to be a part of my lifestyle? Or do you feel like, oh, these things are so crazy, I'm going to have to stop them right away?
Not at all. I think it's fit into my life well, um, and I don't see how it will stop moving forward. I'm gonna continue with it. So
Cool.
yeah.
So, aside from your results, what else have you enjoyed about the whole process and about coaching?
Uh, I think one of the big things is like kind of learning. I kind of said this, like learning the different tools, like the tracking apps and everything. I've always kind of been against using those, but I really think it's helped me focus and where I'm like faltering or just even seeing the calories that when I have like a free meal day or whatever, and seeing the calories that I could consume on those days is like, ooh. But also, when I get concerned about like, oh no, I ate too much or whatever, you always kind of bring me back like to the like level ground and say, hey, it's not a big deal. It's not like you're doing this every day. Um, you're you're a human. You're going to screw up.
Yep.
But it's also, you got to enjoy life at times too, and eat. And sometimes eating not great is part of that enjoyment. But it's like not something you do every single day. So uh, that's been nice. It's been like a nice thing to hear, I guess. Like I don't have to stress so much when I eat terribly. Although I'm not, saying do that every day.
I get it. I get it completely.
Yeah.
All right. So, the last question I want to ask you is what advice would you give somebody who's struggling to lose weight and is sort of on the fence about, reaching out to me and talking to me?
Um, I think, you know, I don't Corey's been very easy to talk with. I was actually really nervous to do this, and I feel a little bit comfortable now. But he's very easy to talk with, and he's right there when you have a question or need help along the way. And I think it'll be a good use of your time if you're just really at a place where you're not happy with your weight or just like mentally, just it's been helpful for me. And I I I wouldn't hesitate. I would tell anybody to just give it a try. There's that guarantee. So
That's not scary, right?
yeah, not at all.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you jumping on here and sharing your story with me and with everybody else. I think it's very powerful, especially for people who are struggling or people who are in the same situation, mothers who have children and they're struggling to sort of fit everything in, live a healthy lifestyle and still fulfill that role of being a great mom, great wife, and, just being the best version of themselves. So I appreciate you jumping on here. And I think we're going to call that an end right there.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks again.
Thank you.